Hello everyone. So I have a fun little collaboration with Melissa Vining. She is a fabulous YouTuber that I have been subscribed to and have watched for years. She was probably one of the very first YouTubers I watched. Anyway, her and I thought it might be fun to give one of the trending new scrapbooking techniques a try. We decided we wanted to try some cascading layers. And so I'm going to go ahead and create my layout, and then you can head over to her channel and see her layout, which I've seen and it's fabulous. Oh my gosh. So I'm someone that when a technique comes along and I want to try it, I keep my layout design simple so that I can really focus on getting the technique right or getting the look that I want correct. And so that's what I did this time. I am using the March Click Kit, which features these gorgeous Studio 40 papers. I'm being super careful about how I cut them down because like this one with the skyline, I would love to use that skyline on another project. So I don't necessarily want to cut into it too badly. I am cutting my little pieces here, what will become my cascading layers, at 1 by 2.5. I felt like that would give me enough dimension and also enough pieces in between, like enough pattern versus solids versus color, all that stuff. So I'm just going to continue on here. I'm going to just cut down these papers, and I still have, because of the way that I trimmed the papers, I still have backgrounds I can use, or 8.5 by 11 backgrounds I can use, or a lot of paper left. So this didn't take a ton of paper. This would be a great technique to use with scraps, but I hadn't had a chance to work with my March Click Kit at all yet, so I really wanted to get some of it used up. I actually don't have the full kit. When Gia gave it to me at Creativation, they hadn't received all the products yet, and I never got the rest of the kit. So I had to pull in some embellishments from my stash. I think I have like all the paper, but not all the embellishments, and I don't have the Traveler's Notebook kit that had that amazing stamp set in it. So there's a lot of pieces missing to my kit, but I wanted to use what I had and bring in some of the pieces from my stash. So I'm just going to go ahead and layer these out. I'm starting at the top and I'm working my way down. I decided to try something a little bit different. So when I looked online at this trend, I saw cut files that were backed. I saw pieces that were kind of like folded up under themselves, which I really want to try because I think that's awesome. And that's what Melissa did on her layout. I saw some layouts where they were all clustered in the middle. So I went with a design that I kind of like and I use it enough that I know how to design a page around it. So what I decided to do was to make kind of my cascading layers into a diagonal. So you'll see me kind of offset all of my rows of layers, and this provides me with a really nice little white space to add my photo, and the cascading layers become a large part of the project design. So here you can see how I laid this out. I offset them about 1.5 inch, like 1.5 squares over to create kind of like this diagonal design, and then I'm just going to trim off the edges of my paper, which is going to provide me a nice, clean, even area. I did at some point, oh, puppy, hello. I told you my kids, they're like, excuse me, well, I add a dog to your video every chance they get. Hoi. I will say that they are very good about asking me, is this for a design team or not? Because if it's for a design team, you'll notice that the dog doesn't show up. But if it's just for me, the puppy's coming in. So these are the 3 Bramble Fox acrylics that came in the kit. I love them. I think they're gorgeous. And I decided to make kind of a feature of them and just put all 3 of them on a page. And I thought that they just worked so well in these tiny little crevices to kind of fill in this area of my layout. And you can see what a huge impact those cascading layers make on this page. And that allows me not to have to use quite so many embellishments, although I use a bunch anyway. So I took these little sticker strips and I kind of tore them so that I had this kind of idea of like a little color on that side of the photo to kind of balance out all the color on the other side of the photo. And I used a lot of the different, if there were sticker strips that matched the patterns I had used in my cascading layers, then that's what I've used. Okay, so next up, I'm going to go ahead and grab some of these embellishments. So these are epoxy flare from Scrap and Happy Studio, and I'm kind of addicted to them. Yeah, very addicted to them. I think they're amazing. They're flat and fun and shiny and just, oh, they're gorgeous. I love them. So I have lots of these little boy ones, and some of them didn't work with my photo. So this is a picture of my son and his 3 cousins. And a lot of, I really loved all the words on this flare because it's all about teenage boys. So if you have like teenage boys or gamer boys, go get yourself some epoxy flare from Scrap and Happy Studio. That's all I'm saying. It's an Etsy shop, and the flares aren't super expensive, and they're just fabulous. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick those 2 because those 2 worked with my, what the photo is telling the story about. I didn't want to just add some things. So these are, I think these are tags from Pretty Little Studio, and I think they're from Feeling Fallish, maybe. But the colors work perfectly. They're beautiful, like watercolor tags, and they were in the kit. So I'm just going to audition a couple. I ended up putting 2 on this layout. I'm going to put the orange one up here at the top, and that's going to hold my title, which is just going to be Awesome Cousins. And then I'm going to use another one down at the bottom there. I'm sorry, I'm sniffling. I don't know why. Maybe because it's morning time? I don't know. Anyway, hopefully I'm not getting sick because that would be not cool. So I am using my Nuvo adhesive. I'm making sure that I have this yay faced correctly because I'm putting it on its side, and I wasn't quite sure how to put it so that it kind of made sense and you could still kind of read what it said. So I was just checking to make sure that I had it the way I want it. And I'm going to go ahead and glue down all 3 of these acrylic words. So I'm going to go ahead and work on my title and put it up here at the top, but I'm going to use my T-square roller to do that. So just for an update, in case you don't have Facebook or Instagram and you don't follow me anywhere else and you haven't heard of the news, and because my term with Click Kits is ending this month in March. March will be my last kit I'll be working with. I've had a wonderful time there, but I want to focus more on teaching classes, and I was also offered a spot on the design team at a cherry on top. And for those of you that might not know this, a cherry on top is where I kind of started my online scrapbooking career. It was the first gallery I ever uploaded to. I've hosted challenges on their message boards. I have helped them with their National Scrapbook Day crops. Like, I am very much a part of that community, and so the idea of being able to be on that design team was like huge for me. So I couldn't say no to that. Had to happen. So I went ahead and took that job, and I will be transitioning out of Click Kits and into a cherry on top very, very, very soon. I'm actually waiting on my first set of supplies. What I love is I can pick my supplies. It's not a kit. I can go into the shop and I can order what I want to work with. So we have some home decor pieces coming up. I'm allowed to like take my stuff from a cherry on top and mix it with my stash, which I am all about doing that. So that'll be amazing. It'll help. I can work with my Killer Kit with style, and so my channel will actually really benefit from this change. And I hope you all enjoy it. So I'm just adding these black and white stickers here and going down my epoxy flare, adding the last little bits and pieces. This whole clear sticker sheet from Studio 40 is super cute. I love the sayings. I love what it says, and I'm really hopeful that I think I made it work really well on these because clear stickers can sometimes be a little difficult. To offset some of the black where I had the black clear stickers, I also have some black on my date up at the top where I wrote when the photo was taken. I'm just going to add some black matte enamel dots. These are from Eyelet Outlet. They're from my stash too, and they're really lovely. I do enjoy a good matte black or matte white enamel dot, and they're a little hard to find. So I'm just going to kind of pop those around a little bit just for some added interest in a little black. And that will complete this layout. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Be sure to head over and check out Melissa's layout because it's amazing, you guys. Oh, it's so amazing. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you all again soon. Bye.